Hello, sweet friends. This is Gina. Welcome to stellarjstudios. Today, I'm working in my little humble holiday journal that I have going on. I think this is the third video that I've done, and I've gotten a few things documented that I'm really loving. Like I think these are like this makes me feel so good. And then this one, which I don't know if I told you or not, but I actually filmed a video of me creating this whole thing, and yeah, I forgot to press record, so I think I just did a flip through for that one. But what I want to do is I want to do some interactive pages. I've got a couple of ideas that I want to incorporate, and because of the size of my journal and the space I have to work with, I'm going to have to make these interactive. And so I thought this would be fun, and I thought I would bring you guys along for the journey. I will show you. So here are my supplies. Let's see, there we go. So what I did was, I know this is like right in your face here, but what I did was I gathered up all my Christmas wrapping paper and old scrapbooking paper, little holiday notepads and things like that, some fabrics. Let's see what's in here. Oh, some stickers. So these are some holiday sticker packs I used to have in my Etsy shop. And so I've kind of just got this in this big tote, and I'm just going to pull from stuff that's in here. And I happened to pull out, and I'll take this out and show it to you. So I happened to pull out this sheet of holiday wrapping paper, and it is Raggedy Ann. And I am obsessed with Raggedy Ann because I loved Raggedy Ann. It was probably one of the first dolls I ever had. So this is just like heaven to me. And this piece of paper is heaven to me. And I've used this paper in different journals before. But what I thought I would do this time is I really just wanted to take this whole piece right here of her in her house, because my whole point of this journal is the essence and the feeling of the holidays and how it creates comfort and warmth. And this right here is the epitome of that. So I cut out a piece of it, and I then cut it in half, or not even in half, but right where the fold was, I just went ahead and ripped it because I knew that that was going to be a weak spot. And so I knew over time, because this is old wrapping paper, so over time, opening and closing was probably going to wear and tear on this. I wanted to put it somewhere in my journal. And I have this page right here, but I don't know, I kind of had plans for that. This is a new little piece that I taped in this morning, and just FYI, just to let you know, these little tags that I got them at Dollar Tree. They had a couple of different packs, and they were actually really limited. There weren't very many. I think I got the last two that they had, but I always like using tags in my journaling, especially my holiday journaling. And since I don't have any more of my vintage tags, I thought, you know what, let's just use these because they're fun. And if you are journaling on a budget, this would be a great piece or element that you could add to your journal, and it wouldn't cost you very much money. And there's a lot of different options. Like I think there were maybe three different sets. So there's lots of options. Okay, so anyway, I used this piece of paper right here, which is a cover from a DVD of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. If you are my age, you know what I'm talking about when I say Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. So I bought the DVD because It's one of my most favorite holiday movies. I actually took it to school and tried to get my sixth graders to watch it, and yeah, they were not interested. So it definitely is for an older generation because it doesn't compete with today's Pixar and all that other stuff. But nonetheless, it's one of my favorites, and it's one of my brother's favorites, and so I watch it every year. My dog that I have is actually named after this character back here, which is Wendell. And one of our favorite lines is when he says, do they got mashed potatoes? And that's, yeah. So anyway, I was watching it this morning, and I had this cover from the DVD. And so I just used these little labels, and they weren't very sticky because, again, they're from Dollar Tree. So I just put some glue on them, and that made the little hinge. This was a piece of some green wallpaper I had in my basket. Okay, so back to this. I gotta find the perfect page to put my Raggedy Ann house, and I'm gonna make it interactive. And I think that I'm gonna have to use this one. So this is the raw grocery sack. It has a rip in it, and it's got a little bit of white paint. And then this one, I just put a piece of decorative paper over on this side. So my thoughts are this. My thoughts are to put this on this side and this on this side, and maybe even butt them up together so that it makes one complete picture. And then I want this to be interactive. Like, I want this to fold down with something on this side. And then I thought I could do the same thing over here, or kind of be cute if I move this one down. So now it's not going to match up, but that's okay because that's not the point. And then had this fold up. I don't know. I haven't decided. And then I also thought, well, I could put a piece of paper behind this and it would strengthen it a little bit more. Oh no, I'm going to play around and see what I come up with. The first thing I need to do is put some paper on the back of this wrapping paper because it's quite thin. And I just thought a little extra something on it would help it stay a little sturdier as I put it in my journal and, you know, I interact with it. I've noticed recently, and I don't know if you guys have too, the resurgence of what people are calling scrapbooking. And there's so much controversy over what's scrapbooking and what's journaling, and I don't know. It makes my head hurt. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, call it whatever you want. But what I have noticed is on Instagram, there's been a resurgence of traditional scrapbooking, but they're not calling it traditional scrapbooking. Like it's scrapbooking, but they're putting a twist on it. And it's a lot of, and I hate to say this because it makes me sound so old, but there's a lot of young people that are getting into scrapbooking, and I love it. I think it is so cool to see how they're falling in love with what we've been doing, which is documenting our lives and our feelings and our hopes and dreams and events and all that good stuff. And so it's kind of it's fun to see these kids. Again, I sound like an old woman, but it's fun to see these kids getting so into scrapbooking, but it's also like inspiring. It's gotten me thinking about using more interactive things and going back to just a lot of the stuff that I'd kind of forgotten about, stuff that's just kind of random and on the fly. And I've kind of gotten away from like keeping receipts and tickets and things like that. Probably because one, I got more into just my art and less into like journaling. But the other reason is, I don't know, I just felt like, well, how many receipts of going to that store do I need? But nonetheless, I've seen a lot of really neat scrapbooking or journaling layouts that people are doing, and it's gotten me inspired, especially with like the interactive stuff. So I kind of like it. It's rejuvenated me a little bit, and now if I can just, figure out how to keep it consistent with what I love doing. So like right here, I'm doing some of my artwork, because now that I've gotten so comfortable with my artwork, I love to put it into my journals more and more. And in fact, I feel like my journals aren't complete unless I have some sort of my artwork in there. So I encourage you to check out some of the scrapbooking, like different videos. I know there's a lot on YouTube, and again, sounding really old, but it's this younger generation. It's my youngest son. He's 25, so it's like his generation, and they are discovering this art form, and it's really been inspiring. So I encourage you to check it out. And then if you have any ones that you really like, put them in the comments. I would love to check out different channels and different Instagrams, and see what else is out there. I bought the book, and it's called How to, oh gosh, and I don't have it with me. It's How to Memory Keep, or something like that. It's in the other room. I'll have to go look at it. I'll put it in the description. And it's by this Australian lady. Her name is Martina. And I bought the book, and it is so cute. The colors, the layouts, the pages, the ideas that she has in there, but really just looking at how she views the world, and how she is so excited to document all of the things that she is going through in this time of life. And that's what got me inspired. And so I'm really into that right now. And I think you might like it too. If you get a chance, check out some of those channels. Okay, I'm rambling, and I'm about out of time here. So I took that little piece of paper that I found in my tub. It was some really glittery paper, and I cut it into stars, and then took the remnants and turned that into a star. And I love how this is shaping up. I don't really have a purpose for these flaps right now. I don't know if that'll come later, but I really had fun making the flaps, and I really had fun putting the the wrapping paper in there. I may do something with that wrapping paper later on too. I don't know if I'll just leave it like it is. Anyway, I hope this has been inspiring. I hope you are healthy. I hope you are happy, and I hope you do something creative today. And drop me a hello in the comments and let me know how you're doing and what you're doing. Goodbye, my friends.